Unfortunately, no one can be told what the Matrix is. You have to see it for yourself.
What's happening, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok? What's happening? What's happening? It's your boy Science for the Conscious Mind. Welcome to another episode of Chosen Ones, Star Seeds, compilation, youth that's waking up, and just people who's dropping gems and making your brain work and everything like that. And let me just give this disclaimer. We are not trying to change your beliefs. We're not trying to tell you what to think or how to think. We just want y'all to think. You understand me? So, with that being said, Signs for the Conscious Mind, y'all know how this go. I'm going to drop some clips and I'm going to poke my head in and out here and there to drop my little 2 cents. You heard me? Let's get
So you are able to look into your memories of the past. And because time is an illusion, and you truly live in a multidimensional universe where time does not exist, past, present, future are an illusion, then you have to believe that in your past, back in the day, or whenever, a year ago, you were being watched by the you now that is able to look into its memories. Are you following? So in your past, you were being watched by the present self that is able to peer into your memories. At the time, you probably didn't know it because you probably weren't as clicked into your intuition. You maybe weren't meditating, but you got nudges. You were being guided, and sometimes you would hear it and sometimes you wouldn't. But the you that you are now was like, make a left, it'll be less painful. Make a right, it'll be less painful. But because we weren't connected to this aspect that is able to look into the memories, who's able to go, oh, I could have done this differently, it would have been easier, then you couldn't hear that guidance. So now you have to trust that in your present moment, you're being watched by a future aspect of yourself that is looking into its memories where you currently reside. So your future self has arrived where it's arrived. Are you following? And it is looking into its memories, going, come on, we can do this differently. Come on, we can rewrite this story. We can do this. We can turn left. We can turn right. And because now you've awakened, you have more access to your higher self or to your future self, different things. But you have more access to your intuition, to your internal compass. And by meditating more, by raising your frequency more, by getting in touch with your emotions more and following what feels right for you, against all odds of what people want you to do, by following what's right for you, then you are more adequately and efficiently being guided by the future you that is looking into its memories, saying, I could have done this differently, or I could have done that differently. But it won't say that if you follow its instructions. Did you follow that? So time is a construct. Everything's happening here now simultaneously. The mind tricks us and tells us that time exists, but it doesn't. So you're able to look into your past that couldn't hear you, but you're being watched by your future. So you have to tune in.
Okay, so basically what he's saying in that last clip is that time is a construct. The past, the present, and the future all exist simultaneously on the same plane. So your intuition is your future self telling you what not to do, avoid those situations which can alter the quantum physics timeline of where he's at now. So by the time your present self make it to that future self, it's a whole different timeline and realm and everything like that. Until whatever happened then don't even exist. You feel me? That's what the intuition basically is. Your higher self, your future self, however you want to put it. You know what I'm saying? And you, I can believe that. I can. Because memories is nothing but energy, frequencies, and quantum physics and everything. So you always revisit the past and you always think about the future, but you always remain present. You know what I'm saying? So With that being said, take what he said, take what we saying, look up these gems, and go in. And y'all see, got my little princess out here, and those are organic chips too for those out there. Like, yeah, but
Alright, many times in movies, aliens and extraterrestrials are symbolic of black people. Alright, now this is why the Predator, one of the most famous aliens in cinematic history, is designed after a black person. That's why he has dreadlocks and he has a spear. He's like this tribal, intergalactic African. This is why he also talks with clicks. You know how he clicks his voice? Just like certain African dialects, alright? He has straight dreadlocks. Look at that, man. Alright? And now remember, in Alien vs. Predator, they showed you that scene, alright? With the Predators being considered as gods.
They taught humans how to build and were worshipped as gods. Every 100 years, the gods would return.
Alright, so that kind of goes with the mythology of ancient Ethiopia, Nubia, Kush, Egypt, being the forefathers and the original people. Alright, and all those prophecies and all those ancient texts, right? Now, let's look at some other things, right? Now remember in the movie Predator, how did Arnold finally beat the Predator? He had to put all the mud on him. Look at that. He had to turn black. He had to get that melanin. Marvin the Martian, black alien. Now look at the colors. Red, black, and green. Pan-African colors, the colors of Africa. Alright, remember the movie Mars Attacks? The old school movie from the 90s? This was their flag in the movie Mars Attacks, a pyramid. Once again, the pyramid with the eyeball at the top, the Eye of Heru. Red, black, and green. And in that same movie, in Mars Attacks, you had Jim Brown, the football player, and he was dressed as a pharaoh. Remember? That's a trippy, isn't it? Alright? Now, also, another one that I thought was interesting, right, was this. You guys remember that movie, The Watch? That it was a funny movie with Jonah Hill and Ben Stiller. Now, remember in this movie, who was the alien in their group? That's right, the black dude. That's a trip, isn't it? Black people are aliens, extraterrestrials, the original people. Alright? That's a trip, man. Think about that. Predator. Right? It all goes together, man. You have different articles about this. I mean, the black woman as alien, as in a super breeder, indestructible sexual reproduction, and the black man as a predator. Alright? That's trippy, isn't it? Dangerous, threatening, inherently criminal, superhuman, bigger, faster, stronger. The predator. You get it? That's a trip, man.
this one's deep too, because we can connect all the dots on that. Like, I knew since I was a kid and I first seen a Predator movie that they was melanated beings with locks, you heard me? And if y'all paid attention, the Predators always, like they said, the Predators always did that sound like that. And that shit's run through bloodline. Black people, we do that shit to this day and we don't even know it. Oh shit, I was a B. But we do that shit to this day. When you call your dog, what you do? You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Like the old school niggas say shit like that. Or like when your kid be catching the attitude and we call it smacking your lips, but they really clicking. Man, mama, come on, man. Man, come on, woo woo. Told y'all, DNA hold memory and we innately be doing the stuff. It's shit crazy, man. It's shit crazy, but we about to get a little deeper though.
I mean, tell me, this motherfucker, him, right? This person, right? Him. You see how young he look? These are not the same people. These are not the same people. These are not the same people or actors. Look at that. Look at that. Well, how is he skinny here? How he's skinny here? But I thought he looked like this. Look at his fucking hair, bro. Did the actors just recently sign? Like, What's up with the blonde? We know when you dye your hair blonde, we know what that means. No, he had to do this because Kodak was never signed. Until he got out was when he signed. That's why he got locked up for real, because he ain't want to be part of that shit. That's why his hair blonde now. After they replaced him with whoever the fuck this is. How the fuck you go from this? I hope y'all know this is fake. It's not real wigs. You white folks would
expose them.
If you follow me, you already know it's about to go down. If you don't, pay attention. Alright, so I went ahead and took a screenshot and zoomed in on the money in his video. If you look right here, it says Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter on it. Obviously, Real Money doesn't have social media stamped on it, and every single one of his bills has this on the back of it. If any of you are wondering how you can tell if somebody has prop money or not, all you gotta do is look at their bill, and it usually has motion picture purposes. Don't forget to hit that follow button. If you want me to expose somebody, all you gotta do is be following me and tag me in the video that you want me to expose. Also, if anybody wants to buy prop money, there's a link in my bio.
I'm about to expose him.
Don't let nobody flirt with mommy.
If you follow me, you already know it's about to go down. If you don't, pay attention. Alright, so if you look right here, right above this circle stamp, and in between the serial number here, it says copy right here. Obviously, that's super blurry and super hard to read, but check this out. So this is a real $100 bill. Even if you didn't believe that it said copy, if you look right here where I said in between the serial number and the circle stamp, there's nothing there. It says copy on his, but even if you don't believe it says copy, on a real $100 bill, there is nothing there. This video is more for educational purposes than anything. If you like his content, you don't have to unfollow him. I'm not asking you to unfollow him. I'm not trying to tear him down. Also, I always get asked all the time where you can buy prop money of your own. If you want to do like pranks or anything like that, all you got to do is click the link in my bio. There's a link to where you can buy prop money. Also, please join my Discord. It gets pretty lit in there.
About to expose him.
50,000.
My boy is straight capping, and I'm about to prove it to you. I'm sure if this blows up, he's probably going to come after me. So, but whatever. Check this shit out. All right, check this out. So basically it says for motion picture purposes. See? Boom. Motion picture purposes. Boom. Y'all stop believing these fake people and go watch the video again.
The world is a stage. Plain and simple. They're called entertainers. Aren't you entertained? Whether it's good or bad, aren't you entertained? And that movie, in that word entertainment, it's funny when you break it down. Because you got internally, entertain, as in bondage, mentality, entertainment. You wonder why every time something entertaining come on, you get in a trance and you just, yeah. Because your mental just got tamed internally. Entertainment. Science for the conscious mind. Y'all gonna get this work. I'm telling y'all. 90% of these rappers and actors and all these folks ain't got no money like that, man. It's all an image. It's all an image. It's all an image. It's all a gimmick. It's all props and publicity. Come on. The music industry is connected to Hollywood, which is connected to the CIA, which is connected to the, I ain't about to keep going because the rabbit hole's so deep and I'll be going on for days on how this shit's connected. But come on. They painting an illusion, a picture. Man, these mosquitoes tear me up out here, but I'm out here with nature, man. That was a cardinal. That means my ancestors out here with me while I'm making this video. The world's a stage, man. Y'all got a peak game, man. And then a lot of people be talking about how folks is millionaires and millionaires. Y'all go check that tax bracket and go tell me what $1 million get you. Last time I checked, $1 million in real society, that gets you middle class. Because just say everybody got a stimulus check that was what was the cap, like 75,000, 95,000 a year. You was called low income. So that means people that's 100,000 to 1 million. You feel me? Is it like that? Somewhere like that. But man, y'all go check that shit out, man. $1 million, man. You barely touching middle class. You heard me? So y'all gotta just stop falling for the bullshit, man, and get back in tune with yourself, with your spiritual self. Get back in tune with nature, earth, morals, virtues, values, everything that matters. For real. Because in the end of the day, when you die, this material shit do not matter. But where you go in the afterlife does. Science for the conscious.
Photo of an angel and a demon. Now this angel has its horns connected. That's what makes a glowing halo. However, it cannot think or see on its own because it's blinded by heavenly light. It's completely reliant on God's guidance. Now this is a demon. The demon's horns are disconnected and so it's separated from God's presence. However, it can see and think on its own, and thus it's free. I know you're thinking about certain religions right now. I want you to take this in more of a symbolic light. I'm sure you probably see this as the good side. This is who you're trying to be. You want to appear as a good, kind person to the public eye. But when you do this, your life is probably going to look like this. Live a nice, safe life, always looking to be accepted by others, by colleges, your friends, by your boss. You'll be a normal person that easily molds into the society standards. You'll believe in one type of religion your entire life. You won't be open to any potential ideas that involves risk and new discovery. You will have the same flaws your whole life. You'll see them as evil and you'll ask for forgiveness. But this is only one part of your mind. Part 2.
Stop reincarnating over and over. Do you want to see through the illusion of this planet? If you hear me out, this might change your life forever. This is how the law of one tells us incarnations cease to be automatic. That at some point in the third density, the green ray energy becomes activated and then incarnations are no longer automatic. What does this mean? There are 7 densities in this universe, and there are 7 chakras, and they're saying all you have to do is activate this one. Let me explain to you the illusion of society that keeps most people in these 3 lower chakras. The first and most basic way that they keep you from activating your heart, if your survival needs are not met, if you don't feel financially stable, if you don't feel like you have enough food, water, shelter, or you don't feel safe at all, then it would be very hard to activate the green ray. This is why society is so messed up, and they make it so hard to live. That's on purpose. The second is with this and emotions. So if you're having emotional problems, just kind of look at these traits and see where you're at. This is how they manipulate you with this industry. And also music is one major way that they manipulate society, as well as in movies. And the last way is in the solar plexus. This is your sense of power, your sense of will. They get a lot of men through sports and video games with this. Part 2 coming.
When you are in tune with nature, you operate on the parameters of vibration. There are spectrums and frequencies that the human eye and ear can't hear or see. Similar to this particular civilization, as we vibrate higher, we transcend through the multidimensionality of this plane in which we exist. Through their union with nature and their understanding of the cosmos, they shift from one dimension to another. An example of this technology is the Bermuda Triangle. The capstone on each pyramid creates a vortex. An example of a vortex is a whirlpool. This is also an example of the polar vortex that bridges the waters above water. Screenshot. Human beings are built in the likeness of temples. When the capstone or pineal gland vibrates at a particular resonance, which is actually electromagnetism, your light body activates as the Merkaba. This is an orb, basically a Merkaba, a light body. Each spectrum together create the ambient light. We are to come here, receive the knowledge, and transcend back onto the multitude of consciousness in the so-called waters above.
All right, here we are. We made it to the end of another episode, another saga. I hope y'all really digging these videos that I'm making. Just gonna keep dropping truth bombs and people who's woke and people who's dropping gems and stuff that you can soak and research and expand your mind and see, that's that low vibration shit. But just to expand your mind and stuff like that. And people that's like me, star seeds and everything, man, y'all not alone, man. We out here. We out here. Yeah, we out here. And I'm gonna tell you something, star seeds. What we need to do is we need to link up. We need to link up for real and start discussing shit about like a micronation or building our own community. And it's possible. It's very possible. And if you want to know how it's possible, man, y'all get in contact with me, man. But you got to be legit, and we got to be 100 with it. We got to stand on principles and morals and wisdom and knowledge. You heard me? And justice, just like how our ancestors did it. You feel me? Get back in tune with nature. You did. But I ain't gonna keep y'all too long. Hey, I'm gonna keep dropping. So if you're new to my channel, subscribe, like, share, hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time I drop dope content, dope discussions, and just gems to make you think. You understand me? Science for the conscious mind. So with that being said, y'all know the slogan. Y'all already know the affirmation that I'm putting out there into the universe for everybody who rock with your boy. Vibrate high, vibrate on peace, prosperity, abundance, gratefulness, gratitude, appreciativeness, vibrate on love, caring, nurturing. You feel me? Vibrate on the law of attraction and vibrate on the law of vibration. You understand me? And do that shadow work. Do that shadow work. So with that being said, Science for the Conscious Mind.